Leprechaun, and welcome back to Asagao Academy. Now, when I do this, I always end up pressing play instead of what I'm actually supposed to press, which is load. Where were we? Ah, yes. So, how would someone, join the Normal Boots Club? It doesn't happen. You don't choose the boots, Hana. The boots choose you. I'm getting right back into the talking. I forgot dating sim, all the voices. What does that even mean? You have to be presented with the boots to be in the club, and they're like super selective. Oh god, super selective boys. What are the boots? The club has this boots statue. It's like the one on their patches, but it's gold plated. It's like their mascot, I guess. They do this weird initiation ritual, I hear they fill a room with candles and wear these totally creepy robes during initiation. This year 2 girl said she saw it once, and they were all like chanting around the boots. It sounded like they were talking backwards. Okay. But I don't believe her. And even if it is true, I don't care if they're a cult because they're all really hot. Okay. Do they have a lot of friends? Yeah, tons of friends. I'd say they're the most popular kids in school. I mean, everyone in the school totally looks up to them. I bet they could get any girl in school too. Great. Or boy for that matter. Alright. Hey, are you gonna eat your cake? Yes, I'd like my cake. Or not. My braces. I shook my head and pushed the plastic tray across the table to her. Delightful. For the remainder of lunch, I listened to Mai talk about Jared through the mouthfuls of half-dissolved frosting. Back at the dorm, I sorted through the pile of textbooks the school had left for me. My radio was playing a poppy tune, equal parts music to static. Mai fervently scribbled in a notebook at her desk, hunched over it with a strikingly poor posture, like I'm sat at my desk right now. I have terrible posture. Hey, Mai? She didn't bother to look up. Thanks, Mai. Am I supposed to have a textbook for History 309? She shuffled through the papers on her desk before producing a thick textbook. A demure man in a powdered wig on the frowned at me from the front cover. I'm so good at talking. Yeah, this one. I sighed. I don't have that one. The school must have missed it. Mai shrugged and set the textbook back in her pile. They have a bunch at the library. You can just check one out. Where's the library? Thanks, Mai, for telling me where things are. Mai riffled through her notebook and wrote something down. She tore the page out and handed me a crudely drawn map. Great. Oh, okay. Well, I'll be back in a little bit. Thanks, Mai. It took me at least 20 minutes to find the library. By the time I realised I was holding the map upside down, the sun was setting. The library was much larger than I expected. The walls lined from floor to ceiling with books of all sizes on rough wooden shelves. Intimidated, I headed for the front desk. Oh, my dream library right there. A recognisably green and grey jacket was bent behind the counter. Normal boots. Oh no, senpai. I briefly considered running away. Hello. Can I help you? Too late. Yeah, the school forgot to give me one of my textbooks. I was told I could get it here. Oh my gosh, blinking just went really slow for a second. Which one is it? The History 309 textbook. He stepped from behind the counter and motioned for me to follow. We dodged between the aisles in a comfortable silence. Oh, yay! You seem friendly enough. Should I say something? What was his name again? Shane, Gerard, John. No, not John. Satch. Oh god, she said it out loud. Huh? Oh, you work here? Of course you worked here. Nice one. He chuckled, dimples appearing in his cheeks. Oh, yay. Yeah, I'm the librarian's assistant. It's my second year and I love it. I get to help people find books that speak to them. Oh, he's lovely. His eyes twinkled like a kid's on Christmas. Oh. Your book's right down here. He stopped at a row of thick, dusty books. Was this all history? And pulled out the book with the powder-wigged man I saw earlier. Thanks. He waved his hand. It was nothing. Do you need help with anything else? I wanted to make a good impression on the normal group Boots Club, but I couldn't come up with anything. No, thanks, though. Yep, awkward, great. You're welcome. As we headed back through the cavernous library, my unease melted away. We weren't talking, but just being near him felt like being wrapped in a soft blanket. Great. I resisted the urge to snuggle up to him. Don't do that! If you're trying to make a good impression, don't snuggle up to people. Unless you know them. We neared the front desk, stepping around a clump... Shut up, computer! Around a clump of studying students. As we passed, one of them shifted. Bang! Something white flew past my face. A thick piece of triangular paper lay at my feet. I bent over and picked it up. It was surprisingly heavy. There was a quarter inside of it. I thought we were in Japan. Do they use quarters in Japan? No, their currency is yen. Oh gosh. If I was just a hair slower, it would have hit me in the face. The students snickered, and I recognized the boys that made fun of my hair this morning among them. Oh, delightful boys they are. My heart dropped. I scanned my memory for anything I might have done to offend them, but came up with nothing. My hands started to shake. I hid it behind my back, trying to think of some way to defend myself. Why did you do that? What do you mean? We were just messing around. Are you suggesting we did it on purpose? Yes, because you probably did, because you're all assholes. I faltered. Ow. There was nothing I can say. I was outnumbered. They would twist my words around no matter how straightforward I was. No, Sorry. No, Hana! Don't back down! One of the boys held his hand out for the paper. I inched closer to him, to give it to him, angry at myself for being so compliant. I wish I were. A gentle warmth closed over my hand and took the paper from me. It's Satch! Satch examined the paper closely. I see what the problem is. Your aim would be better if you cut the corners before you folded it. Oh, there's a problem, not the fact that he pretty much threw it at another student. Because that's not the problem here. He placed the paper on the table. The boy looked at him in sheer awe. Be careful though, you almost hit her and that would have been awful. Yes, it would have been awful, but would the teachers do anything? No. My hand began to sweat as panic shifted through me, afraid of the response, but... Geez, we're sorry, we'll be careful next time. Yeah, it was an accident. They apologized? Oh my gosh. Thanks, I appreciate it. He gave them a wide smile and continued off down the aisle. I followed closely behind, my legs weak. Okay. Don't tell me they stopped because of him, simply because I was with him? I wanted to thank him, but my heart was pounding so hard I knew my voice would shake. Aw, Hana. We reached the front counter and he scanned the history book. My lips trembled as I willed myself to say something, anything to thank him. He tilted his head to the side. What books do you like to read? Any kind of book, really? Fantasy? Fiction? Oh, fiction? Yes, Hana. Girl after my own heart. Harry Potter all the way. He chuckled. I just finished a good book. I think it should be right up your alley, if you don't mind me saying so. He reached under the counter and pulled out a thick green book and passed it to me. A man in black stood on the front, hugging a woman in royal robes. It's long, but it's one of my favourites. The Princess Betrothed. Ooh. I know things can be tough transferring to a new school, but if you're ever worried, just read this. It'll transport you 100 miles away in a second. Delightful. Tears stung my eyes, so I ducked my head. Thank you, Satch. For more than just the books. You're welcome. Oh, I'm sorry, I don't think I got your name. My name is Hana Mizuno. I'm a transfer student. Well, it's nice to meet you, Hana. Let me know how you like the book. I will. Oh my gosh, she's so lovely. That couldn't have gone better. Not only was Sachin possibly kind, but being around him felt easy, refreshing, like being doused in a mist of waterfall. Oh gosh, what was I thinking? My cheeks hot, I left the library, 2 surprisingly heavy books under one arm. I settled into bed, eager to start with my new reading material, but... it was hiding beneath the thing. Maya was sitting at her desk, carving a pencil idly into the pages of a notebook. Every few minutes she released a long, drawn-out sigh as the lead of her pencil whined against the paper. Okay. Want to continue? There we go. I lowered my book and took to the bait. Is something wrong, Mai? She let out another dreary sigh. Oh no. I hope Jared notices me this year. Oh god, here we go. Does Jared know you like him? I whirled around in feigned shock. I don't like Jared. Oh? I closed my book and set it aside, deciding to play along. Well, have you at least tried talking to him? Because that's usually a good place to start. No, I mean, I have before. Why don't you try again? Because you can't go wrong with trying. She bobbed her head from side to side, considering it like it never crossed her mind before. Yeah, maybe I could do that. Satisfied, I picked my book back up. Have you ever had a boyfriend, Hana? Oh, we're getting to this already. Uh-huh. Me? No, never. Really? Never? Never. I bet you 10,000 yen, that's it. I bet you 10,000 yen that you meet a totally cute boy here and fall in love by the end of the school year. You're crazy! Oh gosh, that lag, that was... Oh my gosh, what just happened there? Oh, I didn't even... Okay. Having a great day! Fall in love by the end of the year? Me? If I were a betting kind of girl, I'd take that bet. But we're not, so it's fine. I awoke that morning with what felt like a lizard in my throat. Mai was already up and shuffling through her school bag with an enigmatic grin. Yeah, let's go! The first day of school. Delightful. Hana, you're finally awake! Oh my gosh, my throat is already hurting. Her voice sliced through the air like a knife, and I winced. She was definitely a morning person, whereas I'm not anymore. It's time for the first day of school. Aren't you excited? No! I can't wait to see what's gonna happen. What do you mean? Is something special happening today? Something strange always happens on the first day of school, especially to someone like you. She winked. Don't do this to me, Mai. Someone like me? You know what I mean. I don't know what you mean. I mean, I know what you mean, but Hana doesn't. She smiled and started meddling with a pile of papers on her desk. I've got pins and needles in my foot. Oh, God. Shaking my head, I got out of bed and pulled my uniform out of my closet. My palms sweat as I held the gold vest and blue jacket. Was it really possible for things to be different here than they were at home? What if the problem wasn't actually the school? I shook the thoughts out of my head and changed into my uniform. Oh. What is it? You look so cute! Oh, look at that blush! I kind of wish there was an option to kind of romance Mai, 'cause I feel like that'd be the cutest thing ever. Really? Heat crept up my neck. Yes, completely! Your hair matches your uniform so well! You look like a flower blooming straight out of the ground. Thank you. Water stung the back of my eyes, and I turned to start packing my backpack. Why was I getting worked up about something as little as this? I must have gotten less sleep than I thought. Is something wrong? No, nothing's wrong. I'm just happy. Oh, is she one of the kind of girls who gets really emotional when they haven't slept? I just get really, like, grouchy and, like, don't talk to me. How dumb was that? I started crying at the first sign of someone being nice to me. I took a deep breath to steady my nerves. One oddly menacing low thud. All the air left my lungs as something like a horse hoof slammed against my back. You'll do just fine. Don't worry, this is going to be awesome. I stiffly peered over my shoulders. That was you? Huh? Ma stood behind me, her hand raised. Somehow she had the strength of a bodybuilder. Nothing. I was just about to sit my bag up when I spotted the book Satch gave me, lying on my nightstand. The Princess Betrothed. He had said if I ever needed to be transported somewhere far away, I could take it with me. It was pretty good so far. Maybe it would be smart to bring it along, just in case I had no one to talk to between class periods. Okay, I've decided which route I'm going to go for just now. Would I need it for my first day of class? We're going to leave it behind. We're going to go for Shane. I mean, it's the hardest route, and it took me, for the first time I played it, it took me so many tries to actually get the best ending. But it's worth it. It's so worth it. No, today would be a great day. I couldn't give up before I even started. You ready? Yeah, let's go. Stick with me and you'll be fine. That was an awful giggle, Ellen. Shut up. The save. All the saves. Yes. Day 2. Great. Ma opened the door and together we stepped into the hallway, merging into a steady flow of chittering girls and fruit-flavoured perfume. Oh my, I did not know we'd have done the same floor. No way, really? That's so awesome. Now we'll be able to catch up. Whatever did happen between you and I thought you two hated each other. The river of girls shifted as we head down the stairs. Suddenly, I found myself surrounded by a bunch of people I didn't know. You only know Mai and Satch. You only know those two. There we go. Oh wow, what a joke he turned out to be. Mai's exclamations faded into the buzz of voices in the air. Oh no. What would I do if I got separated? Anxiously, I searched the crowd of girls for Mai, but I couldn't find her. Everyone was dressed in the same Asagao uniform. It was difficult to tell anyone apart, and being so short really didn't help the situation. As we turned the last corner down the stairwell, I saw a flash of red hair a little ways in front of me. Mai? I reached between two girls and tapped her on the shoulder. That's not Mai! I don't even know how you made that mistake. Oh, who are you? Don't get angry with me. The girl's eyes flashed, almost like a jolt of electricity shot through them. I'm sorry, I thought you were someone else. She said nothing and turned away. Before I knew it, I stood outside of the Primrose House, watching the flow of girls disperse across campus. Great English skills! Mai was nowhere to be seen. I couldn't even hear her chirpy voice. Oh man. I took a deep breath, biting my lip. Messages? Nope. Great. Oh, this wasn't a big deal. I could go to class alone. But I didn't even know where the building was. Oh. I reached into my backpack and dragged out my class schedule. Homeroom. 206 Poppy Hall. Which one was Poppy Hall again? Weren't the classrooms on the other side of campus? I picked a direction and began to walk, trying to ignore my rising panic as the thought of arriving late to the first day of class. As a third year where no one knows me, all people staring. Hey, you okay? You look a little lost. Who's this mysterious voice? Someone called out to me, and I turned around, almost jumping for joy. It's JonTron! When I froze, a Normal Boots jacket. He was part of the Normal Boots Club. I could practically feel my tongue swelling in my mouth. If this was Normal Boots Club member, I had to make a good impression. You don't have to. It's not mandatory for you to, be liked by these guys. He was one of the founders, right? Then he must be JonTron? I mean, if he's one of the founding members, he could be PBG, I guess. Maybe. Yes, I'm new. I don't know where Poppy Hall is. You a freshman? No problem, my class is Poppy Hall. I'll walk you there. Really? That would be wonderful, thank you. Not technically a freshman, but okay. Was this really happening? He began walking toward a large brick building with an enthusiastic manner, pumping his arms up and down like he was in some kind of show tune. I fell into step behind him. I didn't notice it when Mai pointed him out to me yesterday, but JonTron had big brown eyes and a warm-looking face. He was basically a human puppy. I guess that's one way of describing him. I glanced up at him out of the corner of my eye. Ah! A bird. A bird on his shoulder. Birds always made me uncomfortable. Something about the ease with which they could poke someone's eyes out. Is something wrong? Why'd you stop? No, nothing's wrong. He followed my gaze to the bird on his shoulder. Oh, this is Jacques. Isn't he cute? Nice to meet you. I suppose you could call him cute. It spoke? Yeah. He put his hand to his shoulder. Jacques jumped into his palm. Jacques is a robot bird, see? Delightful. Hello. I like how the sprite's eyes glow. That's cool. Jacques' eyes gleamed a dangerous red when he spoke, but nothing else suggested he wasn't a normal bird. In fact, if I hadn't known better, I would have said the red in his eyes was just painted on. That's amazing. Jacques twitched his head to the side, examining me in return. The more he looked at me, the less afraid I was. What? What are you looking at? What? Nothing. I'm sorry. Oh yeah, Jacques can be a little sassy. Just a little. Who are you calling sassy? I'm not the sassy one. I don't forget to feed you. Oh, Jacques, that was one time. I was almost starving in the frozen tundra of this empty world. Loveless. Afraid. Ignore him. I've been bringing him with me to the drama club and he's taking a little too well to it. I see how this is. Shut me out like I have nothing to add to the conversation. Jacques. Jacques retook his place on John's shoulder, this time facing away from us as if miffed. We resumed our walk towards Poppy Hall. I'm JonTron, by the way. Call me John. Hana, nice to meet you. Hana? That's a cute name. Oh, thank you. So how long have you had Jacques? Since middle school. We've been together for 4 years. Ain't that right? I'm not listening. Yeah, well, I love him to death. I don't know what I'd do without him. That's a hint at JonTron's route. Oh, it seemed like life would be a lot easier without him, but who was I to say? We arrived at the brick building. A white sign surrounded by poppies declared it to be, unsurprisingly, Poppy Hall. Which room are you in? Room 206. Seriously? Yes? That's my homeroom. We're in the same class. John laughed and clapped me on the shoulder. Wonderful. I guess I'll be seeing more of you then, right? Right. Together we entered Poppy Hall. Poppy Hall was lined with fluorescent lights and Asagao blue lockers. The lack of students milling around the hallway indicated we were a bit late. We ran up the stairs and made it into the classroom just as the bell rang. My heart caught in my throat. That was lucky. Thankfully, the teacher hadn't come yet. Instead, students clumped into tight pods and milled around the classroom, catching up on vacation news. Thank you so much for showing me to class, John. No problem. I'll see you around. Okay, bye. He waved and disappeared into the wiggling mass of students. I glanced around the room, looking for an empty seat. Hana! And we're gonna leave it there now that we've found Mai. So yeah. We got to meet 2 members of Normal Boots this episode. And I think, yeah, I'm definitely gonna do Shane's route. I mean, it's the hardest, and I haven't done it. I think it was the second route I tried, and I'm not sure if I remember exactly what to do. We'll see. So yeah, thank you all very much for watching, and I'll see you next weekend. Bye bye.